Basic skeleton, very, very slow. Start out, bow straight up and down. Notice my palm is in the forward position, finger along the back. Attention. Bow, trying to keep this straight up and down, not wobbling. Come back. Now I'm going to come up, kind of like an upper forearm strike or upper block, and then rotate. As I do so, I'm squatting. My left foot is stepping back into a 50-50 hourglass stance. Okay? I'm drawing to the red zone and striking. So I've got the long end forward. Now I'm going to cock the bow and go to my right. We cock up into a cat stance, coming back just a little bit behind us. Now my hands feel awkward. You'll get used to changing on the fly, but I'm going to do it for demonstration real slow. I just change my hand here, and then I'm going to change this hand grip here. This is just basic. I'm going to shuffle out into what we call a bow stance. Okay? Got the long end forward. Now, I've got to strike 2 more strikes in this direction, so I've got to draw the bow, change my hand grip, and this one changes too. Now I'm in the yellow zone. And then I'm going to do an overhead strike, so I draw and strike down. Now we're going to cock the bow back into a temporary cat stance. Notice I'm shifting up, and I'm out. I'm in the yellow zone. I got 2 more strikes this direction. Draw up to red, strike, draw back to yellow, strike. Okay. Now I'm going to do 2 strikes forward. So I'm going to push the bow forward, prepare myself, and I stepped into a cat stance. Now I'm going to draw down to the red area and shuffle into a strike. Down at an angle. Okay, I'm in the red zone. Open my foot, I'm going to step and do a strike from the side. I've got to draw back to get my hand in that yellow area, and I do a strike. Now I'm going to step forward and do another strike. This time I'm going to come up, my feet are going to be together, I'm going to strike about neck height. So I'm sliding down as I move to the red zone, touching, pivot a little bit, about neck height. Now my left foot's going to kick back, and I draw that bow down. I'm in a temporary cat stance. And my hand slides. Notice my back hand's moving. Both hands are moving. Okay, now I'm going to go off at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to cock this bow just like I have been doing. Oh, this feels awkward, I gotta change. This feels awkward, I gotta change. I'm now in the red zone in a bow stance. I'm gonna draw. My hand changes as I go. This hand changes as I go. I'm in the yellow zone. That's 1 strike. I'm gonna strike down at an angle, choke up, draw the bows to where I'm in the red zone. Now I'm gonna step forward and do a cross strike. I've got to draw up to the yellow, strike. Now this next part is called an H pattern. I'm going to go up and down on my right side, once across to get to the left side and go up and down there. So I'm going to slide to the red zone, down, come back. Notice I moved back to the yellow zone, and I'm going to go across. I slide to the red zone. Up, yellow, back down to red. Okay, that's our H. Now we're going to cock the bow. Oops, hand feels awkward, hand feels awkward. Step out 45 degrees. We're going to do that same pattern. I'm going to go across, slide into yellow, choke up, red. Now I'm going to open my foot, step out. I switch hands. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red. Now I'm going to push down, cock the bow, temporary cat stance, out to a bow stance. Draw, here, here. Okay, we do that same thing we did at the beginning. I've got to do a strike. I need to change my hand. Do another strike. I got to change my hands. And the next strike again. We're going to come back. Both hands moving. Back. Now we're going to do the same thing we did before in the opposite direction, but to transition, we're going to do a crane stance. So my heel turns as this bow starts to move out. I come up into a crane stance. This feels awkward. I hold this for just a second, and then I'm going to come around, change my hand, go over the top. Change back, move to the yellow, draw, strike. The rest of the kata is the same. Motion, repeated, here, here, open, ace pattern. Lock the bow, change the hands. And do the same motion. Cock the bow, here. And the same next strike. Back. We're going to come up to crane again. All that was exactly the same as when you went forward, but now we just came back the opposite direction. Come around, change your hand. Step forward, strike. Now this is the ending. We're going to drop on our knee and bring this around our head. We're going to slide here, draw, strike, draw, up, back, paddle, paddle, and down, bow, and you're done.